Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today will be a chit chat get ready with me. So if you would like to see how I go from this to this, just keep watching. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with the eyes. I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Eden. I like this because, and I'm just going to use the viewfinder as a mirror here, so forgive me for not looking directly into the camera while I apply makeup. But I like this because it, as you can see, covers up all of these veins on my eyes, as well as makes the eyeshadow last throughout the day. I'm going to take this JH08 brush and just blend that out. Please forgive the messy background. We, not too long ago, got this love sack sort of thing. It's like a big foam bean bag, but it's not really bean bag because it's foam. And it expanded to a huge size. It takes up half of the floor. So I'm unable to film with this wall being the background until we are able to scoot it closer to our little reading nook corner. But I didn't have time to do all that today. I have to leave here in a little bit and go to a Reiki appointment. So Reiki, if you don't know what it is, I've never done it before, but it's always been something I've been interested in. It's a like a Japanese healing. This is the Zodiac Love Signs palette. It's a Japanese healing thing, and basically they lay you down. I'm gonna take this light pink shade in Scorpio. This is by BH Cosmetics, if I didn't say before. I'm gonna set the entire lid. But anyway, they lay you down and they heal your energies. So if you're not into that sort of thing, like if you're skeptical or anything, it's not gonna work for you. I don't even know if it'll work for me, and I'm kind of into that stuff. But basically, it helps you feel very calm and peaceful, and like heals blockages from past trauma, maybe from your childhood, or if you've lost a loved one or something. So I'm interested to see how that will go. So today for the eyes, I'm going to use this palette, and I think I'm going to do pink, even though I'm wearing red. I might look a little crazy, but I'm going to put a black leather jacket on. I'm thinking about doing pink and then black. We'll see. Taking the JH41 into the Aries hot pink shade. Just gonna tap that here. I always do my eyes first in case there's any fallout on my cheeks. Some people, the first thing they do is their eyebrows, and I'm like, man, that's the last thing I do. What steps do you do? What's the first thing you do, and what's the last thing you do? I'm interested to know. Whatever's left over on the brush, I'm just rubbing it in here. I don't want it too concentrated there. You can usually get this palette online for a great deal if you go to bhcosmetics.com because they always have sales. You could also get this at Ulta too. I have a little fallout already. I forgot to say I've already moisturized my eyes and my face and my lips, but they feel really dry. Something I did forget to do, just because I'm thrown off from filming, I forgot to prime my skin. Usually I do primer first while I'm doing my eyes so it can set in. This is the Origin Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer. This stuff feels good, especially in the summer. As I say that, there's snow on my rooftop right now. I recently filmed a vanity tour. I built this using Dollar Tree and Walmart materials. So go check that out if you haven't already. It's pretty cool. Then this same brush we had earlier where I put that like light pink down, I'm just kind of blending this. Now I'm going to go into this shimmer shade pink of Scorpio, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corner. And I'm going to drag it up above the crease to give the illusion that my eyes are bigger than they are. Going in with the JH32, I'm going to go back into that matte pink Aries shade in the BH Cosmetics Love Sign palette and just buff it lightly up here. Before I go in with the black. We are going to go see Birds of Prey today, the female like Suicide Squad movie. So that's why I'm doing a little bit funkier eyeshadow, just because I want to feel like a bad queen while I go watch other women fight. And just going back in with that fluffy brush again and just, I'm kind of messy with this, honestly. Now I'm going to take this brush, it's kind of a flatter, fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with the Sagittarius matte shade, which is this black. And I'm going to look straight ahead and deposit that in the outer crease. I really like this brush. This is the JH40. It's so thin. I'm going to use that with the black shade again and be more precise here in this crevasse. Just taking this fluffy brush again and just going over the top of this with that light pink Scorpio shade, just so everything's nice and blended. Okay, I can't hold the palette up anymore because my Tara's shade busted a while back, and I fixed it with alcohol and pressed it back in, and now it's busted again and it's all over my carpet. So that's wonderful. So I cannot hold this palette up anymore. I'm sorry. But I'm going to take this little pencil brush, the JH39, and I'm just going to take this black and I'm just going to smudge this under here. I like to do this before concealer because if I get over zealous with it, the concealer kind of cleans it up a bit. Now I'm going to take a break from the eyes and I'm going to go in with foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear in the shade 400. I have two shades of these because I like this foundation so much. This is the shade that I wear in the winter time because I'm paler. So I'm just going to dot this on. I have it resting on the back of my hand, but I like to dot it on so it doesn't run everywhere because it's kind of like a serum. This is the Juno & Co. Cloud Sponge. I love this. I used to be consistent with the Real Techniques sponge, but they had a sale on this Juno sponge one day, and everybody on Instagram was going nuts over this Juno sponge, and so I got this one. This is the Cloud Sponge. This one's my favorite. I also have the Velvet one. But I use this in my makeup kit on my brides too. And I love it. I have a 20% off discount code. They recently sent it to me, which I was pretty cool with that. If you want to use it, I'll put it in the description bar down below. But I do want to let you know that I do receive a very small commission if you were to use the discount code. You save 20%, you save money if you ever wanted to pick one of these up for yourself. But I also get a little money off of that. So if that makes you feel uncomfortable, you do not have to use it. Just wanted to be upfront and honest with you. And that's not why I'm using it. I'm not trying to get money. I just genuinely enjoy this sponge. Look how big. It's so squishy. I've got the velvet one too. The velvet one is nice if you want a full coverage, okay? It just packs on the color. It does not soak up your foundation. But I've not been wanting like full coverage these days. I've just been enjoying that lighter, fresher feel. And this cloud sponge gives me that. Just a little bit of information about my skin. I have oily to combination skin. I definitely like to be more hydrated in the winter time. And I used to have really bad acne, adult acne, not teenage acne. But that's pretty much cleared up now. I'll get the occasional like jawline little breakout. I do feel like my pores are very congested. So I try not to use pore filling primers as much as I used to, because I don't want to fill them up even more. All right, let's see how this looks in the mirror. I feel like this looks pretty good. Maybe just a bit on my nose. And then I'm just going to use this smaller edge here for my nose. Whew, I'm a ghost. I'm not using any studio lighting today or anything. I'm just using the window with the cast over of sun reflecting off of the snow that is on my roof. So hopefully the lighting's good for you. So now I've got that. I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Bare 06. And put this under my eye. Like that. And just because I'm filming a video, I'll do this. Usually I don't. I can't be bothered. But I'll do it today since we're filming and we're feeling fancy. I like to take this little ledge here on the Juno sponge for when I do concealer. I just beat my face with it. I don't know why, it's kind of therapeutic to feel this bounce against your skin. And then I drag this down and back. I try not to get it too close into the crease of my under eye, since I like to keep that part of my eye smoky anyway. Kind of natural purples of my skin kind of go with this look today. I have to do this because I'm getting creases under my eye. Ever since I stopped using my Ahava eye cream, I feel like the creases under my eye have gotten worse. So I need to purchase that again, but it's like $45. And the only reason I had it in the first place because it was on sale at Ulta 1 year for 21 Days of Beauty. So when it goes on sale again, I'm gonna get it. Right now I'm using the Origins like brightening orange jar eye cream, and y'all, I'm not liking it. It doesn't sit as well under my makeup, and it gives me like Mila, like these little bumps. But it's the only one I have right now, so I kind of just suck it up and use it. All right, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 05 Fair. I'm almost out of this powder, so I just wanted to go ahead and use it so I can get some of my other powders into the rotation. Now you could do one side of your eye with this Juno sponge, You can do both eyes, whatever. But I'm gonna do one eye with the sponge. And then the other eye, I'm gonna take this JH07 brush. Then to set my cheeks, because this is a more luminous foundation, although it sets nicely, I don't really need it. I'm just gonna set my cheeks with the same powder. And then just my hairline, because I'm gonna bronze up there. Then I'm gonna take this Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer in the shade Fair to Light with this JH02 brush. I'm just gonna bronze up the side of these cheeks as opposed to the front of the cheeks. And I'm gonna go in with the JH05 and just at the very backs here, just kind of contour a little bit. Then I'm gonna take this little brush here. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, BH. This is a BH Cosmetics 119 brush. This is my favorite little brush for nose contour. It's just a perfect little shape. And I start up here at my eyebrow and I just lightly go down. It looks pretty intense on camera from what I'm seeing in the viewfinder here, but in real life, it's okay. But yeah, it looks pretty intense on camera. I like to sometimes take a little bit of bronzer across the nose. I have a rounder nose. And I kind of like to make it look more structured. But that's just me. Alright, so I got my bronzer on. Then I'm going to go in with this blush. I love this. This is Pixie by Petra in the, it's a fresh face blush in the shade Beach Rose. And I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill JH04 blush brush. A little bit of this goes a long way. It's kind of peachy and brown. So I just gotta be soft with it. Sometimes I like to do my highlighter first. I didn't do that today, it's all right. Normally I would just use the highlighter that's in the Zodiac Love Signs palette, but I don't want to. Let's go with the Becca Opal. I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight too. This is the JH42 brush, and I'm going to put it on my brow bone. Oh, that is too dark for my brow bone today. No way, no way. Let's go in the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl. And I'm just going to take my finger and see if I can kind of fix that a little bit. I honestly think it's the lighting, because I've used that Becca as a brow highlight before, and it was fine. And even on camera, this situation here looks patchy, but maybe not. You can use your finger with these little butter brushes. Or you can go in with a highlighting brush, because they work both ways. I'm going to go in with this Ooh La La ColourPop palette. It's the pink 9-pan palette. And I just want to take this soft core color here and put that on top, because I feel like we need just a little something extra up here. It didn't feel complete. After I do that, I like to go in with setting spray before I do my brows and the rest of my eyes. I'm going to use the Photo Finish Primer Water by Smashbox. Ugh, don't look at my arm flap jiggle. And I like to do brows. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3.5. I got this on one of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sales one time. And honestly, I think the shade is too dark for me, but I don't want to be wasteful. So I'm just going to go ahead and use it. I just go in with a light hand with these. So I like to comb them upward first. And the reason I like to do my brows later, when all the other YouTubers like to do theirs first, is because I feel like powders and stuff get in it, and I don't want powdery brows. So after I do my setting spray, I comb through them, and it really like puts them into the shape I want them to be, but then gets the powder out too, so they look fresher. And I kind of like to just lay this on its flat side instead of the thick side. I like to lay it on the flat angle like that and just kind of comb through, and then I'm more precise at the tail. See the difference? Remember, brows are sisters, not twins. So I just try to make them look as matching as possible. Looks like I might need to use some brow gel today. I've got this one hair. It's sticking up. Oh, because it wasn't attached. I don't use brow gel every day. I just can't be bothered with all those extra steps. Plus the setting spray I put down kind of combs them into place anyway. Oh, and then afterwards I just comb through, comb upward to blend it all in. Actually, that color's not bad, y'all. Then after I do that, I decide, do I want to do eyeliner? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today I do. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Waterproof Ultrafine Liquid Liner in Black is Black. I don't think I'm going to do a wing because my shadow on the outside kind of already does that, but I do want to just line the upper lash line. Then I'm going to go back into this ColourPop Ooh La La palette. And I'm going to take that pencil brush we used before when I did the black, and I'm just going to go into that soft core shade again, and then just put that down there to make everything look soft and kind of disguise my creases. Sometimes if I feel like makeup or powder or concealer has set in my creases, afterwards I'll go through with a Q-tip and clean it up. So now I'm going to go in with this Lights Camera Lashes by Tarte. It is my favorite mascara, I believe. I have a lot of favorite mascaras because I do love lashes, but this is probably one of my favorites of all time. So I just put it at the root there and I blink through it, and then I do this little zigzaggy motion. For me, on my right eye, it's hard to get these outer lashes, so I just kind of have to pick through. And I don't like to do this because I feel like I'm creasing my forehead makeup even more. Not with this foundation in particular, but some other foundations do that. And I just keep blinking through it until they're huge. Can you see the difference? Love this stuff. And then down here, I just comb straight down and then zigzag. And I go lighter on my inner corner. I think my under eyes look a little dry. So sometimes I do this and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'll take primer water or Fix Plus or dewy setting spray on the sponge and just lightly dab. As the day goes on, my natural oils will kind of clear it up anyway. For lips, I'm going to go in with House Laboratories. This is a Lady Gaga lip liner, and this is in the shade Ride. day to day I don't wear lip liner. Just thought it would be fun since I'm filming. Then I like to gloss my lips. I prefer glosses over matte. So I'm going to take this Bare Minerals gloss in the shade Sugar. That completes the makeup. Now we got to focus on this hair. So I have natural wavy curly hair. And I don't know if I want to spray through this and revive my natural curls or if I want to get my wand out and curl it. Let's go to the bathroom. So as you can see, I decided to go and embrace my natural waves or natural curls, whatever you want to classify these as. And that little sea salt spray, man. I could wear that as perfume. It smells so good. You can get that at Bath & Body Works in the summertime. I don't know if they'll have it right now, but that stuff's pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this chit chat get ready with me. I don't think I've done one of these in a long time, so thanks for hanging out, and give me a thumbs up if you would like to see more of these videos. Thanks, bye.